Hey everybody, and welcome back. Happy New Year and welcome to 2023. So as you can see, everything's as we left it the other day. We had some visitors, we visited some people, so I haven't been in the workshop for a while. But today is Monday the 2nd of January, so we're ready to get stuck in. So let's say we'll start where we left off. We'll put mudguard stays on, mudguard, wheels, things like that, handlebars, all that sort of stuff. I think the bearing for the front of the gearbox is due today, and I've been out and got some Woodruff keys. I was able to get a set, which I should really have. So we'll do the front side of the engine. Well, this is what we've got to do. How much of it we'll get to, I don't know, because we have the oil pump and everything to build up in the timing chest here. Put all that on. So, nothing else to say. We'll just get on and do some work. So let me pop this front end on, and then we'll go from there. Right then, so there's the forks. Wheel, front end in, that looks fine. You know, just standing here looking at this, I needn't have put that kink in this tube. It could have been straight, I'm pretty sure it would have been alright, but anyway, it gives it a certain little look, doesn't it? Look on there. While I was doing the mudguard stays, I masked this off and I blew that over as well, so I'll be honest, I'm not happy with this paint. I'm thinking about it. I wasn't happy with it before. This time I didn't use the base colour and clear coat. The colour, you actually mix the hardener in with it, and it doesn't seem to be that hard. Just paint as well. Or anyway, I don't think so. Okay, handlebars. So there's the handlebars on. There is very little space with these underneath the bar. I had a thicker washer under there and I had to take it out. So anyway, there it is. So now I can put on the throttle cable and we can do the decompressor. Now for the decompressor I have one of these. It's actually the cheaper one. I had one of these on the other one, and when I was riding it one day I dropped it, which I do occasionally, and this snapped right off. Well, I had a domino one that matched these, a black one, so I put that on there. So I'm going to take that off the other Enfield and put it on here, seeing as everything else is black on these handlebars. So I put the throttle cable on, which was a bit of a fiddle on again, but that shuts off straight away. I've also put this little lever on here, and of course it's a slide on one, so I had to take the handlebar lever and the grip and everything off the other handlebars to get this off. So that's there. We'll do that next. Right, well, so there is the decompressor. Screws in there, like so. So, see the hole there? That matches up with the hole that goes into the exhaust port. Can't see it, but it's at the back of. It's there. Goes in there. So you can see this is a bit like a sort of banjo ball type thing, like an oil feed. So the cable, the end of the cable goes in there, up through into here, which is threaded. So this part is fixed, so when you pull the cable, rather than the cable pulling, the outer of the cable pushes down, pushes this little valve off its seat, comes up, compression comes out through that hole, through that hole into there. So we will screw that into there. Actually, I think I'll put this on first. Because it might be easier than trying to that. I guess we're going to have to take this apart to put the cable on. Let's have a look. You know, it's not that long ago since I did the other Enfield. You'd think I'd remember this, wouldn't you? So anyway, that bit like a collet comes out of there. It's not that strong a spring. It doesn't have to be. It's not like a valve spring or anything. Good. Another 2-minute job that takes half an hour. That's got a pin in it. I could take that out. Sure, I didn't do all that just to maybe I did. You get the little needle nose pliers. Getting a good view of my hands, but I don't know how much else you're seeing. Knew that was going to happen. Alright. So, now then. That is going to go in there. Let me open you out a bit more. Otherwise I'll keep losing you. Right, so that goes in there. It's going to go through there and into there. And that is going to go on there like that. That is going to go in there. And then the pin is going to go, as a little hole there. Pin is going to go in there. Famous last bleeding words. Where's the hole for that? There it is. So that's it. We've got to have that round there, like. I have to put this in the vise, I think, otherwise I'll never be able to hold all the pieces. I wonder if we can put that on last. Through there like that, look. can just see the blooming pinhole. All right. We'll bend that until I'm going to have to get the spring over it. I'm wobbling all over here. I hope you're seeing all of this. All right, that's going to go on there like that. Okay, then that will get squished down and I'll push this in, but I've got to put that in the vise. Right, well, those eagle-eyed amongst you will have noticed that I'd forgotten to take the old copper washer out of there, so that's out of there. And also I got thinking that because this is like a banjo bolt, I need a copper washer top and bottom, and when I looked on the other Enfield, sure enough I could see one there. So the one thing about Hitchcocks when they send you the gasket set is it's a full set which they make up, and also what they do is they put a list of the gaskets so you know what's what. So there was this extra one to go on there, and then that one goes on there like that. Right, now then, what I've just found, because I was going to screw this in, is this is the right size to fit on there. But this thing is slightly offset and I couldn't get it on, and once I'd got it on I couldn't get it off. So I have made a special tool, which is the end of another box spanner that fits, which suddenly gets wide enough, and also it's shorter, you see, so there's less to catch on. Right, so this is fiddly because there's not really anything to get hold of, and I don't want to cross thread it, of course. Oh, let's put the special tool on. I also need something to use as a Tommy bar. Screwdriver like that. Alright, so now then, this, oops, sorry, goes on there. That goes on there. That screws down. See, the other thing is I had to make it long enough to fit over the, so that I could get in here at the top. And there we go. Job jobbed, and hopefully this will just joggle off, which it did. Alright, so that's that. Very good. Okay. Ooh, look at that. 1:05, time I was eating something. Goes in there. These things are made to use a universal nipple, you know, a screw up nipple, because they actually had an adjuster in here, but the adjuster was only big enough, it wasn't split, it was only just big enough to get the cable through. So Now we're going to have a kill switch on there as well. So it's going to go up there like that. And we've got the adjuster here. Do an adjuster at that end as well. I might have to think of something here. Yeah, that's. I'm going to have to make some kind of thing at this end to take up some more slack. But I'm getting weak from hunger, so I'll have to go and have something to eat. See you shortly. Right, so the next thing I think we'll put on, I'm just sort of finishing things off here. Little cycle parts before we get to the, before we get to doing the gearbox and the last parts of the engine. Because they shouldn't take us too long. And then, as I say, excuse me again, we have then got to get into, alright, which way are we going? That way, I think. Right, so that's the short one. Right through and actually bolts the two halves of the calipers together. There's one bolt there and then there's this one here. There's that. That. Then, oh, hang on. Where are they? Where are they? Where's the little banjo doodaddy things? There they are. Banjo doodaddy things. Oh. And of course I want sealing washers as well, don't I? Tell you what. Let's just put these things on for now so that I know they're on, because I've got to find some sealing washers as well. So I think we want, oh, maybe we do want a 90-degree one. Yeah, I think we want a 90-degree one on there. I bought a couple of extra ones of these. I get these, for those of you who are in the States, from a place that does all the Yamaha 650 parts. Used to be Mike's XS, still call it that, but I believe that he sold out, and it's about 3 different companies in one now. There's a place that does parts for old Kawasaki. So there's a run in my paint. Bugger that. It's going to be covered in muck soon, isn't it? It's a trials bike. Go now the only trouble with these upside down forks, I don't think I'll ever use them again, is that there's no way to fasten things. Let me see how much you're seeing here. You know, like you can't put the mudguard stays up here because this is the bit that moves. If this was here, fixed to the wheel, you could put the mudguard stays to it a lot easier. Same with this. Where do I fasten this? Right? Because this is the bit that's... I don't know. Alright, excuse me again. That's got to go all the way up here. onto there. What do I want for there? Ooh. Another right angled one, I think. Do I want a straight? No, I can't have a straight down one. That one won't work. There it is. And see, I knew I ordered 2 right angled ones as well as that 35° or whatever it was. I wonder if that 35° one. Yeah. Something in between would be good. Pop out tomorrow then and get some. Hang on, I'm probably out of sight again, aren't I? Yes, I am. Not the best. Hang on. Pardon me for moving you about like this. There you are. So that is going to go in there like. Oh no. Different bloody threads. Again. I thought these were standard. That's not. That one doesn't want to go in there. Ooh, I have to have a word with Mike. See if he's got. I just do not understand that. Hang on, I'm taking the one out of the back. That is a finer thread than that. Oh yes. Oh yes. So I'm going to put this one in up here because I don't have the cable on the back yet. Drop stuff all over, look. So I need another one of those. Fine threads. That looks a bit long, doesn't it? See, rooting these is think of something for that. Alright, that's that. Okay, let me think what we're going to do next. Couldn't resist putting the exhaust on. I think that is looking smart. Alright, let's go and continue with some little jobs. I want to get all the little things fitted and then I'll get stuck in and finish the engine off. Right, so I have to shorten that bolt. But that's the one that the bash plate mounting goes on, so I haven't put that on yet. But the other thing I have done is there's our brake lever all painted up. With a tiny shadow area there, but I can get that with a touch-up brush. I made, although this looks like it, I actually made a new pedal. I cut the back end off it and milled out a new front, so now you see when that goes on the slope is this way. You remember the slope was the other way before? So let's have a look, see. So that will go on there. Like that. Just put that in there for now. Tidy that up a little bit more. There that is. So now we've got a slopey bit. Okay, so what shall we do next? Oh, I know, something else I did. Right, so the mounting of this in there. I fiddled around. There wasn't enough room to get a socket in. I couldn't even get a box type wrench in, spanner in. So what I did in the end was I've made up a piece here. So there's a nut bronze to some, I don't know, it's about 16, maybe only 50 thou metal sheet. It's a tight fit in between these two ribs, and also the edges are folded over there. Then that's all been epoxied in. Right? So that is going to go in there. Paint there. Come on, a lot of paint there. There we go. Paint runs into holes like that. Oh, hang on, let me just go on. There's a bit of epoxy there. Let me file that off. Now the reason I wanted this completely flat was, with this being plastic, if there was anything there so that didn't sit flat, when you put that, the amount of pull you get on a bolt, it would have flexed it and it could well have broken, which we don't want. So, oh, I can't see the hole. There it is. So that goes in there like that. Centre a bit. There we go, that's on there nice and tight. Right, next thing I think we'll pop on is the rear master cylinder. Yes, I'm thinking, wait a minute, that's miles out, but no, it goes on this side, doesn't it? Forgetting the bolts coming from the back. What am I doing with that one there? Oh! Look. Nobody said anything. Myself that activating rod is miles out. Because that should go around that way, people. Can't rely on you at all these days, can I? Now we're shaping. This is something like. There's that. Right, let me just open you out a bit, I think. Yep, there we go. And then, did I put that in or out? I can't remember. In, wasn't it? Because I was working out to make sure there was space there. Oh. What do I do with that? It's still over there. Anyway, you don't need to see me tightening that up. That's out of the way of the chain and everything, which is why it's got that slightly strange bend to it. All will be revealed when we got the gearbox on and we put the chain and everything. Plus that's going to be fastened to the that hose when we put that on. Okay, what else? Right, so I'm just doing bits and pieces before I get stuck into the engine. So I'm going to put the bash plate on. So where are we? What I've done with this is I've countersunk the holes. Of course, 5/16, which these are, I got 5/16 countersunk bolts, and they're coarse thread. I don't know why I don't have any fine thread ones. Oh, I can't remember which side this goes now. I guess it goes that way. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Okay. Tell you leave something for a couple of days and you completely forget everything. So that goes on. Come on. That, and that has got to catch in the spacer. That spacer's way too low. And that's good because it means those engine mountings didn't move around. If that hadn't have gone straight through, I'd have started to worry. So just screw that one there for now. And we're going to have to use a couple of, I thought I just brought them over here. Yeah, there they are. A couple of ordinary bolts for now. I can take these out. Obviously they're easy to get to, so so I can take these out anytime. When the other bolts arrive. And they line up as well. I'm doing well today. I've also got the inner cover of the gearbox in the oven to get the bearing out, so what I want to try and get done this week as the last job is to put the gearbox together. Okay, and I have got countersunk for there. Okay, so let me just yeah, see, because you could be here for a while. Let me just get these on. Right. These. That. Right, let's see if we can put this gearbox together. You may hear it's raining, pardon me, and I haven't given you a weather forecast for a while, since I told you that Christmas Eve it was what, -4, whatever there is, -20 centigrade. Well, since then it's been in the 40s, 50s. A couple of days ago it was actually 61 degrees. It's ready to, oh, that won't squirt. I was trying to squirt it right to the back to get it into that bronze bush. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so it was 61 degrees the other day, and now it's raining. I think it's 40 something out there. Hang on, let me get a little brush to put some oil in the back of there. All right. This is an acid brush. I don't know why they're called acid brushes, but they're handy things, and I get them in packs from a place called Harbour Freight, which sells cheap tools. I've noticed in Classic Bike Magazine from the UK, can't remember the name of the company, but there seems to be a very similar company because their adverts are the same. They don't only sell tools, they sell things like this lift bench I have, you know, this red one? That came from Harbour Freight. Alright, so that's that one. Now then, we've got to try and get these in. I've forgotten already how I took them out. Did I take them out separately? Did I take them out all together? I did find that the selector forks only go in one way. So, how is this? Whoop. Come on now, be a good boy. What the hell? See, now on the other gearbox, it's that gear there that won't go in between the selector forks. There. Now I've got to fiddle those in. That's got the selector forks up and in there. That I think has gone through. Yeah, that's through the top fine. All I've got to do now is get the lay shaft into its bronze bush. Like that. Oh God, I think I did it. That seems to stick out. Yeah, no, it does stick out all that way. Right, now then, that thing goes in there, and that is the springy thing, which is the adjuster for the detent, whatever you want to call it. Right, so that's, now the next thing we've got to do is, when we put this on, we've got to get this onto there. So, I'll switch you off a moment while I put some gasket cement on. Right, now I have squirted some oil in there for those of you who keep an eye on these things, but I'm not overly worried because, you know, this is like a splash system. The oil only fills up to about there and it gets thrown around. But when I'm kicking this over to get the oil around everything, that'll splash up plenty of oil. So let's see, that goes on there like thusly. It goes in there. Goes in there. Goes on there. fell off that thing. You know, these shafts don't look as if they've gone in as far as they should. That's it. Okay, now one thing I just found, because I was running a tap down these things, is that it goes on there like that. That goes on there like that, and it's a left hand thread. Albion, because remember this isn't a Royal Enfield gearbox, Albion used 1/4 inch BSW for their case bolts, case screws. Enfield used 1/4 inch BSF. So I should have remembered that from the other engine. But anyway, what that means is I've got to order some, because I had 1/4 inch BSW. Which of course have the same pitch as 1/4 inch UNC. Well, the same TPI, they're both 20, whatever it is. That's funny, I just screwed those in there. Hang on, no I didn't. That's the one that goes in there. So I've very often seen 1/4 inch UNC screws used in cases, because they use the coarser BSW thread to put a deeper thread form into the alloy, rather than having lots of threads but only shallow. All right. So that is that. Right, next thing is to remember all that gubbins there. I'll probably have to look in the book for that. Although I don't have a book for the Bullet, this course is a Constellation gearbox, and I do have a book for the Interceptor Mark 1, which is the same. So let me sort that out. I just had a thought before I put all those bits and pieces on there. Let's check that the gears are actually moving along the shafts. There we go. So I can. Right, that's in gear. That's neutral. That should be second. That's another one. Jump to gear there. If that was fourth, that's third. That's second. That's neutral. And that's first. Okay. Very good. I must admit, I'm not a big fan of doing gearboxes, but they are more intimidating than they really are. You just got to get stuck into them and then they're not that difficult. Alright, what's I going to do? Oh yeah, let me sort the bits out for the actual mechanism. Right, well, fortunately it's at the end of the job, but we've come to a standstill again. There's all the bits. That, for some reason, I don't have that spring. I've just checked and I don't have one out of the other gearboxes either. So, I've got to order one of those before we can finish off doing the gear change mechanism. But that's no big deal, I'm not worried about that. We've got lots of stuff we can get on with. But that's going to be it for this week, so just hold on. So there's where we are. Let's see, I've got to get some, hang on, let me walk around in front of you. Excuse me. I've got to get some screws for that before I can put that on. But we've got all the bits, all the new oil pump parts, so we can build this up, but we can't screw it on. Got to put the Woodruff key in there, of course. And once more, I got a comment, oh, I saw you oil this, right, the exhaust camber, I didn't see you oil that one, so don't worry, everything was oiled. And anyway, we don't just start the engine up until we know the oil's all the way around. So, sorry, but that's it for this week. Next week we'll get started. Actually, while I was looking for that thing, I found a much nicer kickstart spring. Okay, that's as far as we can go, so till next week, you stay safe and enjoy yourselves.